And hello and welcome to CueSports International and Predator's presentation of the Alfa Las Vegas Open. 192 players playing 10 ball for a $125,000 prize fund. Stage 1, 2 sets, best of 7 games. If players are tied, it goes to a shootout. In the booth with me is Tim de Reuter, and this is George Teacha. We have a great match for you with Vitaly Patsura and Toan Nguyen. Nguyen is from New Zealand and Patsura from Ukraine.
Yeah, quite the match actually. I know Patsura pretty well. I've played him before on the Euro Tour. The former European champion, and also won, I think recently, not long ago, quite a big tournament in the U.S. here. It was a bar table event though, but he won quite some money.
Oh, a big tournament. Well, he just last month at Tourney Stone in the final 8 faced Fedor Gorst and lost to him playing 9 ball. But to get to the final 8 of Tourney Stone is quite an achievement.
Yeah, no, he's definitely a good player. I don't know Nguyen that good, but on the other side, he flew all the way from New Zealand to be here. So to me, that also says that we must have a good matchup here.
Nguyen is about a 676 Fargo is what it shows up as. He's played snooker for about 10 years and has been playing pool now for about 8. He owns a pool room in New Zealand on the North Island, and actually he won a U.S. Open qualifier there to get to the U.S. Open.
Oh, cool.
So he must play a little above his 676.
Yeah, either that or he has a high gear, because you know, like the Fargo, it does say your average game, but some people really can step it up at times.
Step it up, sure. And one of the things actually that I was asked to mention by a lady that's with him is actually his wife, is that he owns a pool room with another with a lady, Morudi Kastenchan. I can't get that name right.
Yeah,
but she just passed away. And she just passed away.
Yeah,
so
I knew you were gonna talk about it. Yeah.
Our heartfelt condolences.
Yeah, very known in the pool world as well. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So interesting match. Let's see what's going on here.
Well,
pretty messy layout if you look at the bottom table, but on the other side, if you can get nicely 3 to the 4 to the 5, all the hard work is done.
Well, did Patsura break? Because I was doing the introduction when that happened.
It's a good question, to be honest. I have no clue. But we'll find out after this game, though. I'm sure the viewers know, so that's good.
Well, we're not watching the chat.
Yeah, no, but it's about them. We will find out. Okay, this is a good shot. If he gets straight, he can go to the short side. If he had angle, you're going to find him between the 9 and the 5. Expect him to play just forward, maybe a diamond more, giving himself a comfortable angle to get to the 6.
Oh, yeah.
Just like that.
Now, you'll go between the 8 and the 10.
With this angle, yes.
Yeah, because you can't spin that by.
Had I been maybe 2 balls further,
of course,
I would have went directly to the long rail, between the rail and the 9. So,
well, you know, from this angle that I'm looking at, he might be able to go around that 9.
He might still be able to, but I would just make sure if you play with the inside spin that you don't bump the 9 and then get hooked. So I'd rather be safe than sorry in this
case.
case.
Straight up, and I like that a lot better, because the inside, remember, on the cloth, might not grab.
Yeah.
And you might bump the 9.
Bump the 9 and be hooked. Yeah. On the other side, though, being high on the 6 was going to be a little tougher, because he's got to hold the cue ball now to be on the 7. Cannot afford himself to hit it a little bit too firm and be behind the 8.
Now, as you watch Vitaly, look at this rack. I just want to tell the viewers that in stage 2 of this tournament, the shootout doesn't come until set 3.
Yeah, so there's a third set, and
if
where they tie 3 each in the third set, we have a shootout. There's a little bit of expansion. I talked with Max Lechner yesterday. I did the match.
How did he like that?
No, it was great, because he gave a lot of insights about the format. He said, I as a player do not like the shootout that much, but he said it's great to watch. I'm glad they they changed the format a little bit because he likes to have a little bit more play before it happens. So, like, the players at the moment are very happy with the changes. Are happy with the tables too. Tables too are playing great, they say. So I'm glad everything is running smooth and everybody's enjoying themselves.
I've had a lot of positive feedback on the equipment. As far as the shootout, there's still players that like it and agree with it, and Patsura does not like where he ended up on that 8 ball.
Well, I'm surprised he got so super short because you'd rather be too far than too short. Guarantee yourself a shot.
But when if we could all get where we always want to be,
no.
this game would be awfully easy.
Very true, but I most of the times think like this, like, hey, I'd rather hit it a little bit too firm and be too long than don't end up with a shot.
And there's your pretty much predictable safety.
No, he came up
he
quite
came
short.
up short. Yeah, that 9 ball has to be to the bottom rail behind those 2 balls, because now he's going to find himself behind those 2 balls.
And as you said, if Nguyen is a quite decent snooker player as well, I expect him to drop this in quite easily because just center ball, he just got to strike center ball and make the shot, and he's guaranteed to be on the 9. And then if he doesn't make it, there's a big chance of not leaving something on the 8 as well. So
he's 43 years old.
oh,
And no, I don't think he was playing it. I think he was playing safe.
I'm not sure, but it's a good shot though. Still, like, he still puts the pressure on Patsura. So
2 rail kick to the side pocket as Jay-Z's measuring right now.
I would rather go, if it's possible, use the right long rail and go 1 rail to get the 9 and the 10 into play. If that's not possible, yeah, you got to go 2 rails and hopefully push the 8 up to the top short rail and get the cue ball right there. It's a good shot though. This 8 ball to go a little bit. 8 ball got a little short, but actually the hit on the 8 was good. Was a pretty good shot.
Well, this is just a matter of making the 8.
Yeah, you know, last shot was the same for him. The only shot he has so far was long and tough and being on the rail. So
He managed that one with good speed, and it's going to pay results. Stop shot, and he's on the 10.
yeah, he's drawing first blood here. Looks like it. Ball in hand shape on the 9 and ball in hand shape on the 10.
Well, first game to the gentleman from New Zealand, 43-year-old, ex-snooker player, now playing pool, and he says he's liking pool quite a bit. He is he won a qualifier. Did I already mention that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes I forget what I say, folks. I'm getting to that age.
Yeah, I had a lot of age jokes yesterday.
Yeah. Against me? With me?
No,
I
no,
didn't think so, because I take them lightly. I
no,
don't worry
a lot
about
of
it.
people in here were joking because it was my birthday. So
Oh, that's right.
the age,
Okay.
you know, it just
Gotcha.
came up quite a lot. So referee racking the Predator Arcus 2 balls here with the arrow rack. Nice little arena here we have. In the back we have a lot of Predator Apex 7-foot tables. We have in this building at the moment, I think over 350 bar tables.
Oh, is it that many? I knew it was over 300.
Yeah, no, it's like they really put a big show, and I feel this event's only gonna be bigger and bigger and bigger every year.
Well, from what I've seen, Tim, I've been coming to Las Vegas for the CSI Expo since, well, they used to be at the Riviera many years ago, in the early 2010s, whatever it was. And I believe in 2015 came out to the Rio. And that's when I came out for the first time to do commentary with CSI. But I used to play in some of the BCA events, and this event has gotten better and better with CSI, and with Predator getting involved, and now their equipment has gone to Predator. Everything has grown, everything has been modified little by little, and I'm telling you, it gets better every year. And if you haven't been here, folks, you got to get out here. I'm sorry, I was watching the last match with Jim and Mark commentating the 12 o'clock match. I already forgot who was playing. But as I said, I can't remember anything today. But it's just, and I made that comment, and somebody in the chat, I was watching the match online, and I was in the chat, and I said to someone, I says, if you haven't been here, get out here. He goes, I only live an hour away, but I can't get there. I says, I can understand, because I remember the times I wanted to go and just couldn't get there. But I'm telling you, there's just so much here. The vendors have gotten better. The venue has gotten better. The equipment, I'm sorry, you know, I don't, no disrespect to Diamond or anybody else. Equipment has gotten better. The players are happier with it.
The money has
The
gotten
money
better,
has
for
gotten
sure.
a lot. It doubled.
Yeah.
The very first tournament in Arizona 2 years ago was $12,500 to the winner. Now it's
Yeah.
$25,000.
Yeah. So
Yeah. And a couple of them, no, the Predator World 10 ball is $60,000. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but more
But
saying,
even
in the
that's
end,
gone up.
you play the whole season to hopefully make a big score at the end of it. That's basically what you play up to. Every sport has their Masters tournament or like a, yeah. At the end they have an invitational thing to where they can make a big money. Ooh, that didn't really work out for him, I think. Not sure if he got it to the side.
I'm not sure if it goes by the 4.
He decided to run into the 3. Yeah, it's a close call.
Yeah, he's looking like it might not go. From this angle, it just may catch the outside of the side pocket to the right to the corner.
Well, it looks like
He's
it goes
playing it.
because he's playing.
He's playing it.
Oh, yeah, from this view it looks
from
like
here
it's a lot easier, yeah.
changes everything.
Okay, so then the bump on the 2 was good. Now getting on the 6 is for sure the key shot. I might play a stop shot on the 4 here and then go 3 rails, possibly 4 for the 6 in the side, the bottom side in this view.
I think he goes to the corner, so if either way, you're right. So I like coming in for shape from the left hand of the table, left side of the table over here for the corner. And that way you just fall back. But then your method to the side, he just follows up for the 7, much easier.
Yeah.
Yep.
But he's got a nice angle to do both, to be honest. He could play the short side for the 6.
2 rails.
But then if you get too high on the 6, it's going to be very difficult to be on the 7. So you can do it, but then you got to be nice and straight, and you got to get really close to the side on the rail to get as straight as possible.
I'm not sure if he has enough angle to go around the table to get on the right
Well,
side of the
he
6.
can always stun
Yeah.
the cue ball with left spin, but stunning will throw the cue out more too, because with the spin and the new sliding cloth. So it's going to be quite difficult, but yeah, I don't see him missing the shot.
Oh,
So
no,
that's
I
a
don't
good
see him
thing.
missing the shot. I just...
Well, he could go low right and play close to the
he's
side.
gonna use power. He just... Now he's going to have trouble.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. Like if he got to the high side of the 6, not saying it's never impossible, of course, but it's going to be more difficult for him.
You know, this year in particular, as I watch these guys adjust to this new Predator cloth and this new equipment, I see more and more players going across the table back and forth instead of following the ball 2 rails to the spot. I see that a lot more than what I used to. I used to see them run the cue ball with follow instead.
Yeah, so this is
He's in
this
trouble.
is exactly what we meant.
Yeah.
Like and
This isn't trouble. This
in
is
pool,
trouble.
this is also one of the biggest mistakes people make in pool is when he does miss this 7 ball. If he does, people think, oh, and I missed that 7 ball. But basically, it's just a couple shots before where he just messed up.
He missed the shape on the 7 balls when he did. But look at
Oh,
this.
played a
what
good
a shot.
Played a great shot. on the
Patsura
7
played
though.
excellent against Federer yesterday. He played excellent, but
Did he beat Federer?
No, he didn't
Oh.
beat him. But they had a good match. Yeah, Federer beat him 2 sets to 0. He beat him 4-2, 4-2. But Patsura had a break and run in the very first game of the 2nd set. And Federer was Federer. He just controlled the match.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
he played great.
Federer at the moment is very tough to beat in general. But Vitaly Patsura is a good player. I mean, He's had good results
Yep.
in Europe, so
We'll go to a break after this 10 ball. Be right back.
I like coming off the second wall, that way I guarantee you not to lose. Wow. All this. Yeah, he's playing safe all the way up to the This has got to be
he's very sharp.
Nice.
Glorious, lovely shot.
Oh my, what a shot. That was a hell of a shot right there. But not there because the turn ball was very this one around there. Oh, what a shot. Super.
And we are back live at the Rio All Suites Hotel and Casino. Table 2, second streaming table at the Rio. This is Vitaly Patsura, Ukraine, breaking tied 1-1 in a race, first race to 4.
Yeah, breaking from the side. I think that also fits his playing style a little bit. He's not one of the best breakers in 10 ball. So breaking from the center of the table, I don't really feel like he would break that great. Also, don't feel like he really powered the break right now. He just kind of went for a square hit and hopefully make the one, I think.
I think he did that yesterday too, and that's exactly what gave Federer the momentum. Well, I don't want to say that because Federer always has his own momentum. He creates it. But it gave him the opening opportunities.
Yeah, so
Or he might not have one.
difficult for Nguyen on the one. Has no shots, playing the push out.
Well, he's a snooker player.
I f-
Otherwise, he would.
I feel he's kicking at this one. Like he's playing to do the kick. Because if he's leaving the cut on the one,
He'll take it.
yeah, I mean, I don't feel a reason
Yeah.
to not shoot at it.
And this is a makeable shot.
I would not even be scared to play spin on it. Maybe put some insiding or 3 rails
Well,
for the two.
you know, when
like
I
this.
was where that cue ball was to begin with, before he pushed out, I was looking at that and I was thinking that could masse around to make those 2 balls. It was quite a bit, but a decent masse would have got it there because that one ball is big.
If from there, yeah, the
That
one
one
ball
ball's
is big.
big.
Yeah, I do agree on that. Yeah,
Yeah.
but on the sliding club, I would not try to play too much masse.
Well-
It's the tricky. But here, if you leave sometimes you leave the shot just to where if people just aim in between the 2 and the 5, they'll always guarantee to make it. And I feel this is one of those situations. But Patsura gave it
Well,
back, so
he
there might
gave
be
it
some
back.
twist to it. Yeah, so he's kicking over the
He's
long rail.
kicking over.
If he hits the inside, he's going to be having good results, just
I
like
what
this.
he just did.
Hit it a little bit too
No.
firm though, but it still is. It works out conservative. Most likely to be hooked after, but guarantees him to have another visit to the table.
Right.
So it looks like there's no bank available because of the 4. So for sure is playing the safety. Two rails to 1. Get the cue ball to the short rail. Was not trying to bump the 8.
Left a window, maybe? No, I don't think so.
Don't think so. But a makeable jump shot though. If you don't make the jump, let's say you try to cut it and you miss it, the cue ball is going to come down table, so there's a chance to hook your opponent by luck. You know, you give people the opportunity to get lucky. Oh, he must be able to at least get
See the
behind
cut.
it
You can
or
see the
make it.
kick.
Yeah.
You can see the kick. And he was able to come on the side of it. Very nicely done, actually. And I think that's exactly how he was playing this, to kick it to the side, over and out. That's it. I play those shots a lot playing one pocket.
Yeah, this is usually those kind of shots. They don't really show up much in rotation pool.
Yeah.
There's some players that really prefer them, but most of the players they really don't.
So that shot's used quite a bit to take a ball out of your opponent's hole and not leave anything in return.
Yeah, so it makes no sense here to cut the one ball in. I don't really feel like he was going to have position after, so that's why he's playing the safety, conservative. Not sure if I like this shot though, because the initiative is with Nguyen. You always give the opponent the chance to play a good shot now and hook yourself actually pretty bad.
He's
playing
going to
back.
take it on.
Okay.
I don't blame him because look at the position here.
There's high reward, yeah.
This he makes the shot, he gets the rack. You know, or he puts himself in position to run the rack. And look at this.
Yeah,
And
good shot.
banking to the side pockets. You know, if you're going to take a bank, I'm going to take it to the side.
Yeah, I'd rather shoot
Yeah.
to the side and to the corners always, yeah. So just this long two ball doesn't really have to do much if he can stun the cue ball towards the spot.
Yeah. Let's see what his confidence is like if he rolls this.
Ooh, little firm, little punchy stroke. I felt it wasn't really smooth. He kind of punched it. Could be early nerves. Could also be because snooker players they like to have that punchy stroke sometimes. So because they don't like to smooth balls in snooker, they usually have a steady swing.
That's the reason I said let's take a look at the shot and see what he does if he rolls it in.
No, I feel he's going to get off the 10 ball maybe. Or oh yeah, this is what I was. Well, it worked out. I was scared to have this happen. Okay, so now he's back on track. Can go off the one short rail and come back to the center of the table for the 5.
Come back to about where the 4 is right now. Just a little to the left of it, not much.
Oh, left himself
A
long
little
again.
long, yeah.
Yeah.
You'd like to put another 2 feet on that ball.
Yeah, so like
On
I
that
said,
drop.
it's either he's very nervous. Could be. I've never seen this gentleman play, so could be first time in an arena like this. Or has no feeling for the table yet.
And no feeling for that shot.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, I felt he hit that with a little bit of inside by accident. Didn't really, or he might have played it to get position on the 6, but I think that caused him to miss the shot.
Well, the fact that he cut it more than you wanted to since he overcut the ball.
Yeah,
Well,
must
had he
be
hit it
inside
thick,
spin,
had
yeah.
he hit it thicker, he would never got to where the 7 is. He would have had a shot.
Yeah, so done all the hard work for Vitaly Patsura. And if that 7 ball goes to the top left corner, I would like to just float the 6 ball in and play a longer 7. Because getting to the 7, if he has to go for the 7 in the same pocket as a 6,
So
is
you'd
a
rather
little bit
just
more
go back and
difficult.
forth?
No, I would drop it in. Right spin, twist the 6 ball in just soft and leave myself a small angle. Just like this.
I don't like those soft shots like that. But on new cloth, I can see it.
Yeah, the spin really helped him out in holding the cue ball there. So he's calling the 7. So the fact that he's calling the 7 tells me that the pocket is not really big.
Well, I will say, you're right. And I don't like to say that very often to you.
I know.
Write it down on the highlights.
Yeah, true. George said I'm right. So, yeah, that was basically key shot, that 7 ball for Patsura. Now, yeah, soft stun.
And nicely done. This is game number 3. Someone's going to have a lead.
Yeah, by
After these two
by
balls.
Fargo, Patsura is a favorite in this match for sure.
A strong one. Almost 90 points. And game number 3 does go to Patsura. A 2-1 lead. He'll be breaking the balls once they get racked. So this is a winner breaks format. Perry Anderson to rack the balls, our referee for the day. These referees working hard for you folks. Using the Predator tables, Apex tables, the Arcadia cloth, the Arcos balls. I forgot the name of the rack.
Arrow rack.
Arrow rack, okay. That's right, AERO.
Yeah, Patsura breaking from the side rail. Looking to make the one in the side, and or any other ball, of course, but mainly trying to make the one in the side. Squat the cue ball, just next to the rack.
And as we can tell by the patches on his shirt, he is sponsored by Predator.
Also by the Ministry of Ukraine Sports, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, he's from Ukraine, that's for sure. But he's always been playing with this. Yeah, I mean, it sounds kind of bad, but he's been playing with the same shirt, same logos. I know it's from the Ukrainian government, so he's got good support behind him.
And Toan, sponsored by his. Folks, you're gonna have to excuse me. I left my glasses in my room.
Pool and Blues.
Pool and Blues is the name of the pool room.
Pool and Blues.
Yeah.
In New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
So safety from Nguyen.
See, the good thing about not bringing your glasses is I can take the notes and Tim can read them.
Oh, did he?
He fouled.
Oh,
He
yeah.
didn't hit a rail.
Hit a rail.
No
Yeah.
rail.
Oh, Lord.
We were too busy laughing.
Yeah. Yeah, so.
And that was funnier than the joke.
Well, I'm just wondering, did Nguyen not know because he plays that much snooker? Or did he just really hit it that
Well, the
soft?
snooker, you
Because
don't
he
have
did
to hit a
not-
rail.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. He did not even get close to the
It
long
just,
rail. So.
it probably just instinct. But he's been playing pool for 8 years, so that's, he's
Yeah,
playing quite a bit.
Yeah, so.
It's
yeah,
just
I
a
don't
mistake.
know.
Just
But
expected
I'm
it to
I'm
roll.
sure Patsura will love the fact that he got the ball in hand here.
Oh, yeah.
And he really needs it
Yeah.
too, because at 5-7 is quite tricky. 5-7 are tied and
And
tough to get on it.
The 5 going to the 6, but the 5 goes to the side, I believe, past
Yeah,
the
if
7.
you can get nicely to the side pocket, then going to the 6 is no trouble.
Yeah.
If you get a little off angle, then it's going to be difficult.
He actually is just measuring for that right now. How am I going to get there? He's going to give himself an angle on this 4.
I do like to just drop it in soft and then go 2 rails, a long rail for the 5 in the right side pocket. Great view here. If he gets around the spot, that would be awesome.
If you're going 2 rails for that 5 ball, that side pocket is directly in your way. It is a danger.
Yeah, but just I would tell myself just get maybe a diamond past the
Come
side.
to the
like just-
diamond. Exactly, yeah.
yeah.
No, I just use, because I use the diamonds as reference points.
Yeah, I use him. I don't really.
And that's exactly what he did and how he executed it.
Yeah, just
But
doesn't
now,
wanna be-
again, he's not tree-topped. He broke loose.
Yeah, he got perfect.
Yep,
It's a
because
good shot.
now he just rolls it up, and Daddy's home.
Yeah, oh yeah. yeah, from here. Especially with 6 balls laying in the bottom half of the table. This is just cue ball control from here. So little drawback probably for the 7 in the same side bucket as the 5.
These 5 balls to extend his lead to 2 in this race to 4. And as it's said, he'll be on the hill.
Yeah, Patsura, who, in my opinion, is really solid. Like when he gets going, he's really dangerous. Just when he gets a match to where he goes 1 each, 2 each, 3 each, he will make a mistake somewhere because it gets tight. His whole technique gets a little bit tricky.
So he's a rhythm player. So when it
Well,
interrupts his rhythm, it makes a
I think it's
difference.
about the confidence.
It's
A little
you
bit.
think so?
Like
Okay.
when he gets going and he gets the feeling like, oh, I'm the dominating guy in this match.
And then he
he's very-
doubts himself?
Maybe when he's
okay.
playing the big guys.
Okay.
Because then the score, he can go very long. He can go 5 each, 6 each. But then somewhere he doesn't really keep going, keep pushing, and
Okay. You've played with him, and that's why I'm getting your insights.
yeah,
Well, that's-
we've had some good matches though. Like we always had high quality matches. So I know what he's capable of. He's for sure a very good player.
Or better said, I'm drawing your insights for the viewers.
Yeah, so Patsura on the hill. 3-1.
And one of the things about this CSI Expo, as you see it on your screen, this is the BCA's World Championships, the USA Pool League's National Championships. By the end of this week, we'll have 7,000 pool players traveling throughout these 3 ballrooms, major ballrooms full of 357-foot tables set up for them. And it will make, when you see these matches, we'll get into our final 64, and then on day 3, we'll get into the final 32, and you'll see these stands just full of people, especially in the evenings. They really fill up, and especially if there's a shootout. It is funny to watch what happens on, well, not this room, but in the main ballroom. We have 2 screens on both sides of the stage, very large screens. What are they, 20 by 40?
Yeah.
They're huge screens. I don't know if they're 20 by 20 or 20 by 30. But anyway, so you can view it from almost anywhere in the room, and you'll see people standing, just looking at the screens for a shootout, just watching it, just watching it.
Yeah, we've had tournaments to where when at some point people would say like, oh, there's a shootout on table 6. You could see this whole, it's like a cloud. Like this whole cloud was moving directly to that table.
Have you been to Arizona yet?
Yeah.
The 2 tournaments they had in Arizona, you were there?
Yeah.
Okay. You could see people walking across, all the way across the room. They'd walk over just to get it by the arena because there wasn't a screen available.
Good
to
shot
watch.
here from Nguyen, by the way, in between. Nice jump shot, good control. Nice bump on the ball too. Got on the 2 ball.
See some players, some league players there in the stands.
Yeah, no, the shootout I think is a great addition to the format, to pool. So it's time to go for Nguyen here. Cannot afford any more mistakes this set. Of course, he's always got a second chance to make sure he gets to a shootout, but the first set, a lot of players say that first set is the most important for them. They want to show up in the first one because that guarantees them to be in a shootout.
Yep. Well, guarantees that there will be a shootout if they play bad.
Yeah, but which is tough because to always show up really good in the beginning of the match is very difficult. Some players, they don't get the feeling that fast, or they early nerves, like they start to struggle in the beginning. Yeah, then it's tough to always show up for the first set.
Well, that's one of the interesting things. We have a match coming up at 4 o'clock between Shane Van Boning and Chang. Zhongling Chang.
On this table?
No, it's on table 1. But I don't know, maybe we'll change it. We'll see. Anyway, the point I want to make is, excuse me, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say this. He's a little bit big angle on 6, and it's tough to get on the 7. Might play with all the inside. And this was one of the bigger risks. If he catches a little bit real first, then he was going to go straight in the corner. And things are not going for Nguyen. And Patsura is starting to feel really good. Like I can see he's already playing a little faster and getting more control of the situation. So it's going to be tough on Nguyen to stay in this match.
Well, these 4 balls for the set. Back to my Chang SVB. They had a huge set between the 2 of them, I'm sure you're aware of, which really exhausted both players. It really brought out the best of both players. It was fantastic to watch. It was just fantastic to even talk about and hear about it. Now we're going to see the difference between a long set and these short, high-pressured, every shot matches and how they respond. And if we go to a shootout, we get to see who flinches first.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
This 9 ball going 2 reels towards the 10.
And this is for set number 1. And the momentum going into set number 2.
Yeah. So Vitaly Patsura from Ukraine takes the first set 4-1 and deserved it, to be honest.
Deservedly?
Has played a better set than Nguyen.
Oh, yes.
So we'll go for a short little break. We'll be right back with set number 2. So welcome back to the Alfa Las Vegas Open here, Rio Hotel. Vitaly Patsura just won the first set 4-1. He's playing quite some good stuff, got comfortable. He's now starting to break in set number 2. Very nice, just pounding the break a little bit more, but didn't really hit it square in the face. If you look at how the cue ball was going, it bumped the ball, that's how he got up, but he was going to go to the short rail. If there was something I could help him out with, I would say, listen, make sure you at least hit him square. It's a really big thing with the hand rack, like if you hit him a little bit off, it's such a big difference. So, and he has left position for Nguyen, 1 ball. But getting from the 2 to the 3, that's for sure the challenge. It's long and tough. He's got straight, so at least he can draw back straight, straight back to the
at least
short
where he's
rail.
at.
Yeah, but it's not going to be simple.
No,
it's
that's
not
a
easy at
7-foot
all.
draw. 5-foot draw at least.
Oh, he's
6
playing
foot.
forward.
Oh, he's got the he's going to wish he
he
had.
took the medicine. He took a
Oh.
long shot on the 3, which I don't mind him doing that. But now the challenge is to get on the 4. So he actually just postponed his problem. That's how I feel like.
I think with just the center English, he comes straight up towards the 7 with just a little hint of inside.
Yeah, I mean,
Comes right
has
up towards
to
the
hit the 7
Yeah.
though, otherwise he's going to be hooked.
Well, he's hitting it with good speed. Perfect.
Oh, even. Well, I was going to say you're underhit it. He's got okay though, but not great. He might be able to still play low right and bump the 6 to take some speed away. Yeah, this is the reason why I was saying bump the 6, because now he's got a little longer on the 5, and he's at some point he's going to break down.
One of the things I saw about that shot is before he shot the way he shot it. Well, it doesn't matter how I would shoot it. I would use both rails. Come towards the 6 with the cue ball to get better on the 5.
This is a steady shot though.
Yep. No,
Was
he's
it
this is him. This
So
is his
yes,
play.
so now I feel that finally he's settled down into the match. It did cost him a set though, so that means he was probably pretty nervous.
Yeah, he's
Now
looking-
he's striking the
yeah,
ball a lot
he's-
better.
exactly.
He's pounding balls in like a snooker player, like he's got this style. You can see it. Just sad that he couldn't show up like this in the first set. Ooh, it did wobble and on the rail.
I thought we were on YouTube.
So 50-yard line on this 9 ball. It's guaranteed to be on the 10 if he makes this.
He is. And for game number 1 again in the second set, this 10 ball.
Yeah, had won the first rack in the first set as
Yes.
well. But from there it was all Vitaly Patsura, so Nguyen definitely needs to be careful here.
Showed us a decent jump shot and a little control, but he showed us some nerves in the first set.
Yeah. But you know, you cannot count him out if he starts to play like this. If he can get a couple racks, if he runs out a couple racks like this, we might go to a shootout.
He was steady, good pace, well positioned. In the short race,
Yeah.
anything can happen.
I mean, it's win or break. If he can make a ball on the break maybe once or twice, you know, it makes such a big deal.
Breaking from the side.
Yeah, if you look at the mark on the table, the little white stripe, you
That's
can
where
see
everybody's breaking
most
from.
of the players are definitely breaking from this side, so there must be a reason to it.
That brings up a question. Since you play you play some of these events, and you know, you play with some of these guys. When you're on a new table that has the little marks on there, because that's a very telling sign on the table, telling you this is how the table breaks. Does that tell you that, or do you try that first, or?
I try my own thing first,
Okay.
because that's what you definitely have the confidence in. And then I start, if it doesn't work, I start to move around, and I definitely think about this option.
Yeah. Okay.
Because there's a reason why this
Yeah,
mark
it's a
is
tell.
there. So it's a tell. So,
Yeah.
you know, you just got to try, and sometimes you can really go from there.
Oh, I like that shot. I like that shot.
Oh, I'm wondering
The
how.
stun follow.
I don't think a 2-ball does go, though, so he might just roll up on the 8.
Yeah, it's
If
a
he
little-
does, if he can make sure he rolls up on the 8 and doesn't leave the kick from the bottom long rail,
From this
Nguyen
end,
might be in really big trouble if he does that.
well, what I'm looking at here is it looks like he has a billiard on the 8. Never mind, just going to roll up to it.
Oh.
That's kickable.
Yeah, definitely was
kickable.
not trying to leave it in front of the pocket.
No.
So yeah, he's not happy too.
Well,
You see,
he still has to
almost made
execute
it.
it. He still has to execute it, so, you know, it's there, but it's there.
I like going from the left short rail and just drop it in and then play a stop shot save on the 3. Like if you just drop the 2-ball in, you're gonna have an okay shot on the
There's a good
3-ball.
good look at our referee, Perry Anderson.
Yeah.
I forgot to ask him where he's from.
They're also playing with a 30-second shot clock, so that, of course, makes a big change in the game plan for a
Gotta
lot of
speed 'em
players. Ooh. Yeah, good shot, and he did hit a little firm to play the safety on the 3, but he got a fortunate bump, and it's a good shot.
He's still in position. He's close enough, and
You know, it looked very easy, but it was kind of tricky with being elevated over the 8, and especially playing the space.
I like going behind the 9 with the cue ball here. Oh, he got there.
Yeah. And also, kicking over the left long rail is blocked by the 5-7. So I'm really not sure how to get to the 3, to be honest. It looks tough.
2-rail kick.
Yeah, the Efren zigzag, maybe, but
Well,
is
it's a
he
big
able
ball.
to is he going to be able to messe around the 9-4?
Well, is he able? Is he? I don't, that's what he was looking at. I
Yeah,
think.
it's tough. Might be his only option. Yeah, was still kind of close though. Like he got close to get to the 3, but especially on the new sliding cloth, the messe was a lot more tough.
I can't read it.
Yeah, we got some people watching.
It's funny. I was in the YouTube chat watching the match at 12 o'clock, listening to Mark and Jim, and had some entertaining comments.
Yeah, sometimes the chats get a little rough.
Well,
But-
it was a little rough match that they got to watch. Did you watch any of that match? Yednek and I
no,
forgot who
no,
was
I
playing.
was getting sleep.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it was my birthday yesterday, so.
Yednek could have played a much better match. I've seen him play a much better match.
Yeah, so this with inside. Oy, and I think that inside really threw him off there. Here we see it. Inside spin pushes the cue ball out more to the outside. And especially on Newell cloth, it gets even bigger reaction.
Mm-hmm.
So he missed it quite a bit. This is not great either from Patsura. I'm not really sure
Unless he chooses
what he
to
was
bank
thinking to do. No, he can
Yeah,
still
I'm
cut
the-
it to the
yeah.
side and go in between the 9 and the 10, but not really sure. Was he trying to get perfectly straight or I don't know.
He's not looking at
I
back
don't-
cutting this ball.
I don't like the bank. No, I like to go shoot it in the side and stun the cue ball with right spin, go 2 rails and just leave myself a
Yeah.
longer 7. Or, of course, you can
Play
always
that.
play the safety. I think he's done a great job here. Yeah, I think he's locking Nguyen up.
Put him in jail.
Lock him up, throw away the key.
Well, I'll say one thing. The second set has gone a lot slower than the first set. This has been a long game.
The good thing, though, if Nguyen can, kick 2 rails, the 6 might go directly into the side, or it might go off the 9. See, off the 9, and I think that's okay result. Of course, he's left the 6 onto the side, but it's not easy position for the 7. So is he gonna still be able to cut it? Yeah, he's playing low, so it looks like he's playing behind the 8. He didn't fancy shooting it, and I think he's left. He's for sure left the bank. Oh, and he's left the shot on too. If Nguyen can drop the 6 ball in, if he hits the
Yeah.
right side of the 6 and plays good speed, he's most likely to make it. He's gonna have the 7 in the bottom side pocket, and then yeah, it's okay.
Well, basically, just make the ball. And if he uses his speed, he'll have either side pocket, depending on his speed, as you just mentioned.
Oh, he did hit it firm though. I'm not a big fan of playing that speed, especially jacking up the cue like that.
Oh, so he was massing it a little bit, just kind of swerving it.
Well, by accident, I think because it was so punchy, he put some spin on there, which is curving the cue ball away so much that, yeah, he didn't really get close. Sounds pretty ruthless, but he's missed it by quite a bit. Okay, Patsura called the combination on the 9 here. Not sure with this angle if he can still be able to hold the cue ball or he has to follow the cue ball all the way to the short rail. Oh, he decided to draw the cue ball and that 6 ball stayed there great.
That was like a game-winning buzzer shot. Game winner at the buzzer.
Yeah, if you look, that 6 ball really was trying to get away, but the point hold
Held it in.
held the 6 ball there.
Kind of just when you think you're getting away, somebody grabs you by the collar and says, "Where do you think you're going?"
Yeah.
Stay here.
So real first to get close to the 7.
Close. He's going to get perfect on the 7.
Came up a little short though. I expected
Yeah.
when it hit the rail, I was like, okay, this might be a little further, but Yeah, they made some good changes to the cloth. A lot of players like it at the moment that it's not as fast as it usually was playing. So now people are being the speed is more decent, more natural.
This is the 3rd edition of this cloth.
He's playing low in the cue ball. Yeah, this was a difficult shot. I'm not really sure why he played low in the cue ball. Could have played
That's
top
a big,
spin.
that's a big break for Nguyen. Toan's gonna like this.
Yeah, missed it. Just not by much, but yeah, it still doesn't count.
In fact, he's at the table. He's gonna like it because he should not have come back to the table.
Is he gonna go for the straight back, or is he gonna try to play safety?
I don't see him going for a straight
Just
back
long
here.
rail, get that 10 ball involved, but did underhit this. So he's left the bank shot for Patsura.
Oh yes, he has. And
Oh, I'm shooting here.
Oh, yes.
guaranteed.
Well, break number 2. Containing safety, and it worked.
Yeah, in the end, it's all about what you get after, and
Even
yeah,
though
missed it by a ball. So
could have gone bad, but it went good.
just surprised he was really trying to force it like that. I would probably just play top spin and play just a regular speed.
Well, the fact that he hit it the speed he did and that the ball went long anyway tells me that he didn't force it enough.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so good chance for Nguyen, who was looking to go to a shootout if he wins this set.
Center of the table. Is that hard enough?
No, it's too short. Okay, he still got the cut, but
Yeah.
I would not be too happy.
I wouldn't be happy there. I'd like to be another foot to the left.
I always try to play ball in hand position on the money ball, just to make sure that.
You know, that's one of the reasons. Although you got to get there. Nice shot. And he has the shot in his bag, so he's not worried about that. But speed's important on that shot because you're coming across your line. But I like to have my cue ball traveling towards. But we'll have a break and come right back. We are back to the live action here on table 2 at the Rio Hotel and Casino. Toan Nguyen breaking the balls from New Zealand, leading 2-0 in the second set to send us to a shootout. Give you guys something exciting to sweat.
Yeah, Patsura not as strong as he started the first set. First set he got the opportunities and was running out.
He missed a couple of balls this set, yeah.
Yeah, it's not been that strong, so maybe little breaking down too. Maybe he's starting, when he starts to miss a couple shots, he starts to doubt himself. Maybe that.
I don't know. This young man plays good enough. I mean, he's as Federer said yesterday when I interviewed them. He says he's my road dog.
Yeah, they have known each other for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Safety behind 4. He's trying to get there with the spin, but I don't think it was possible with the spin on this new sliding cloth.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Still managed to do well with the 1 ball.
That's right. He got there with the 1.
We'll have to go 2 rails. either from the left side or the right side. I prefer with this view the left side, or in this case, this view the bottom. Yeah, it's looking to go that way. If I can catch it kind of thick, either side.
Try to stay
gonna be
behind
okay.
the 9-10.
Yeah.
Like to hit it square in the teeth, as they say. And just slide up and just nestle the cue ball up to the 9-10.
Oh.
Well, he nestled the 10 and it didn't like it because he's going to give up ball in hand.
But still a tricky layout as the 1 and the 3 are down, the 2 and the 4 are up. So you got to go back and forth all the time. Getting on the 3 is tough as well. So still some work to do here.
Well, he sure lets that clock run down, I tell you. We hear more beeps. That's one of the things I think Jim and I noticed when he was playing Federer. He doesn't use the clock as well as Federer does. He was shooting some shots at the last second where Federer never would. His timing was much better. You'd see Federer getting ready to pull the trigger at 17, 18 seconds. Some spectators, some on their phone, and some watching the game.
So 2 rails, getting to the 3. And like I said, traveling back and forth really causes to get out of shape. I would say this is kind of out of shape. He's not really in a great position.
He's into that pocket is tighter than it looks. It looks like a
I
big
might
pocket.
play the carom on the 6 with left spin.
He's going to play a
And
safe.
control the 3.
He's playing safe all the way. He didn't even think about shooting that shot.
I didn't like it this
I'd
much.
rather shoot this off the 8.
You see, he's not happy at all.
Yeah,
And
no,
this is what I meant before. Like he is really breaking down at some point, and it's just. I think it's mainly confidence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah, like
Because he's got a steady technique. It's not like he has weird, like he's not itchy or something or twitching. It's not all that. It's just.
okay. You made a good point with the confidence. Now I'm going to ask you questions regarding the confidence. His confidence seemed to break down when Toan made that real nice, steady run out. I think it was the first game. Remember, he ran the from the 2 ball out. And so did that stick in his mind and say, hey, I'm in the game here?
No. I think he's more focused on how he is performing.
Okay.
And the moment players start to feel that they're not performing up to their game, yeah, some of them they handle it and go, okay, come on, let's step it up at least for the remaining of the match. And some of them they really just let it go and go like, oh, I suck so bad. Like it's no, with some players they really start to down talk themselves.
I've seen players beat themselves in the face, give them a good sock to themselves.
Oh, he's for sure shooting a 10 ball here.
And he got it.
Yeah. Nice little carom from Patsura. So hopefully this will get his confidence up a little bit. I like to see a bigger show, of course, from both players.
Well, you know, one of the things I've noticed when players able to steal a game with an early 10 is that it steps up their momentum.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It kicks it up for them.
Yeah, because they get that happy feeling.
Oh, sure.
It's, yeah.
The lady on the right that you see in the stands there, far over, in the sweatshirt, light sweatshirt, is Toan Nguyen's wife, with another person from New Zealand there, sitting there with him in his support. As you see, they're sitting right in his corner. We have 2 pro tables right next to this one, and there's 14 in the main ballroom and
3 pro tables next to this one.
Yes.
Yeah, you said 2.
No, there's 3 out there? Yes,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I got that wrong. I don't remember if I've been drinking tequila today or not. I don't think so. But
You shouldn't.
you know, it's funny. I made a comment about that yesterday with Mark, and he thinks I'm serious when I say that. I'm always kidding. I don't drink. I drink it when I leave here, but I won't drink it anytime I'm doing commentary.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. But I tell you, when I first started doing commentary in Tucson, I actually would have a shot of tequila on the desk with me, and I would have a little sip. 2 matches, 1 shot. Because I just take a little drop, you know, just for my throat. I would take it. And so they didn't mind that at all. But then one time here in Vegas, said, no drinking.
Yeah, I mean, it's
'Cause
obviously.
we're in Vegas, yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, yeah, and I agree.
So, to get back on the break, he actually hit it quite square, quite a good break. Not completely square.
Yeah.
So he was lucky to make the 3, but the balls, they spread a little bit strange. And it's tough to get on the 2 ball here. I think has to go for the 2-5 combo.
Oh, I like the 2-5 combo on this. I don't mind it at all.
Oh, if it goes, he can go shoot another 2-10 combo, yeah.
That's it. I was going to say, the way he's lining up for this is going to end up with a 2-10 combo. If it rolls anymore. This is a tough combo, though. It's really offline for the hit to the 2.
Yeah, it's
to read.
free, though. You're never going to sell out on the 10.
He's going to try to come up against the 5 with the cue ball. 5-4.
Oh, he did not go for it. And
You know, that's one of the things in these short races is you can't afford to take those chances.
well, I'm just wondering how much can he see from this 2 ball, because he might have left the carom on if there's a small little look on it. And we see he didn't really nudge up to the 5, didn't really get close to the 5.
Oh,
So
he does.
yeah, or maybe
I don't think you would see any part of it.
no, but for sure he can hit the long rail, kick the 2 over behind the 5-4. Or at least that's how I would like to play it.
And you were right. He can get a good kick out of it and ended up with a good safety.
He did play it firm, though. I didn't expect him to play with this speed, but really turned out well.
Well, I think he was trying to create the distance that he created by sending the cue ball up table, so the firm would do it.
Yeah, and tough shot for Patsura. Makes no sense to take the jump cue and make the 2. Unless he draws the cue ball all the way back, which is super tough, obviously.
Is he going rail first?
Rail first.
Oh,
Try
yeah.
to make it.
Yeah.
If you don't, you just... Oh, whoa.
He didn't try to make it. He fired it in.
What about that for a shot? Managed to maneuver all around the table in between the balls. Look at this.
Did you see the arc on that cue ball after it hit?
5 rail position for the 4 on the side. Great shot from Vitaly Patsura.
There's you wanted a highlight shot. There you go. And continues with the 4. Straight back to where he is right now, or does he just stop it there and take the long 6?
Yeah, I would stun the cue ball out just off the rail and take a longer 6. Because if you make the 6, you're super close to the 7. So it's only 2 long shots. And not much to do with the cue ball too. It's just make the 2 long shots.
He's dead straight in, so I said either you stun it right there, stop it, or you come straight back with it.
Yeah, he's going to float this in. He's always going to have the 7 in the right center pocket or the bottom right corner.
I didn't forget my glasses. Well, we got these 4 balls to tie up the match, the set, and win it in 2 straight sets. Or does it go to a shootout?
Well, you gotta favor Patsura because he's made the carom on the 10, and now he's running this out, so he's starting to feel better again after a small little dip. So, yeah, it will be tough for Nguyen to stay in this match.
And there's Mark White at the top of your screen, folks. One of our famous commentators, gallivanting all around the world. Tied up.
Yeah, 2 each.
One-minute break, folks. We'll be right back. And we are back to the live action with Vitaly Patsura breaking the balls. Tied at 2 in the second set after winning the first set 4-1. Breaking from the side. Ball on the break. 2 balls on the break. Making the 1 and the 6. And he's got a shot on the 2. Rolls this in. He's going to hit the 3. Careful not to scratch off of it. And roll into the corner pocket at the top of your screen on the right there.
Ooh. Wow, that barely dropped in. Used all of the pocket there, and I think all the hard work is done now.
Yeah.
That 7, yeah, I think that 7 ball does go.
The only thing I saw there was if it was the possible scratch that could hurt him.
Well, from this view, the 7 ball does not go, so then the 7 ball would still be tricky and needs quite some work. Got the stroke out, and nice angle again on the 4 to come drop down for the 5. Managed to play a good cue ball. It's 1 more. Looking good again. Just like I said, just wondering when he's gonna play with the 7. Might have to settle down for the 7-8 combo.
It goes by. Looks like it goes by.
Well, of course, if it does go, but if it because to me it looked a little tight when I had the top view. So then I would probably drop the 7-8 combo in and try to hold the pace.
We'll probably bump the 10 here with the cue ball and end up perfect on the 7. He came close to it. But yeah, I think this goes.
We're going to find out. Either way, he's got a nice angle too if he plays a combo to hold the 7 ball. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
he's got the combo.
No, he's in an okay spot to play the combo here. He can also play with a little bit more speed because the 7 is going to come off the rail a little more. So 2 ways to play the combo here.
Send the 7 to the other pocket just like that, and there you have it.
Nice control, and this is a very big game because he's on the hill first, and he was 2-0 down this set as well. So big momentum here for Vitaly Patsura.
He's going to need one more win to get to the final 64.
Yeah, 192 player field, and trust me, all of the good players are here.
Oh,
I mean,
yes, they are.
Of course, there's one or two missing.
There's
but
no lack of well, Shah's not here.
there's so many good players around here.
One of the things I'm disappointed. I was looking forward to this tournament because when I saw the sign-up list, I saw Rodney Morris on the list, and I was just so happy. I like Rodney's game. I like everything about him, and I was so excited to see him because I think this is tailor-made for him.
Oh yeah, this format could be very dangerous too.
Yeah.
This
at the last minute he pulled out.
Yeah, so Vitaly Patsura up 3-2. He's on the hill. Yeah, and really gets going now. You see, like now it's slowly that confidence came back up.
Yeah, he steps it up. Yeah, so his confidence is rather. He shows it. Shows it in his walk as he prepares for what he's thinking the final game. Patsura had a forfeit from Charlie Chen in round 1. He lost to Federgorst, and now he leads Toan Nguyen in the second set after winning the first. Toan defeated Desmond Go 2-1, and this is the second game. I'm sorry, he lost to Desmond Go 2-1.
Okay, so now this is the break I was talking about. Like he really crushed it. Was a way thicker contact on the one, made it straight in the side, and now the ball spread a lot better. Just that four-railer is always gonna bump the balls and push it back down table. So, and he might be over very soon. Yeah, he's
it could be over real quick.
aiming for the 210 combo.
Before it gets over, I'd like to tell everyone out there that I've seen in the chat rooms, on Facebook, they keep asking about a bracket and where to find it. You can find the bracket that we use, and one of the things about it, either click on or tap on the name, and it'll give you their previous matches in this event, and that will make this form that we use here much more relevant. Because if you just look at that and you're unhappy because you don't see the bracket and who they played, and you can look down and see who they're going to play. So you can see who they played just by tapping on the name.
Yeah, Patsura played a little bit of insurance on that combination, pushing the cue ball up to the 6-7. But quite okay. One real kick here for Nguyen. At least to hit the 2 ball was quite a high percentage. But he's left a shot on for Patsura.
Back to the match.
Yeah, we'll have some great action coming up after this at 4 p.m. The first stream table,
yeah.
we have
table 1 with
Shane Van Boning and Chang Nguyen. But here on this table, we got Roland Garcia and Lee Van Corteza.
I saw that. Who's going to do what? Who's going to do that?
Well, I just got the confirmation that Jim White and me will be in the booth for Shane.
Oh, okay. So I'll
and
be here
then
with
you
Mark.
and Mark White
So
for Lee Van and Roland. And I actually wouldn't mind at all if I was going to do the other match.
Yeah,
both are great matches.
This is the Philippine invasion here.
Yeah, I love to watch the Filipino style. It's just different.
Well, Lee Van is a deadly player. He's one of the top ones from the Philippines.
Well, he's also got.
And Roland's been doing great out here.
Lee Van did really get quite some good results in this tournament as well. I think he finished like 2nd and 3rd or something already in the Pro Billiard Series event. So very dangerous.
Everything I've read or heard about Lee Van Corteza, he is ranked up there with Beato at the very top. He's up at the very top. He's one of the the
Yeah.
most deadliest gamblers that they have up there.
So a little lucky for Patsura to end up safe there. And
Anyway, this
Oh,
match
good.
is nowhere over yet.
this is
as
a
we
good
can
cue
see.
ball from Nguyen. This is a nice shot. Took the risk just to send the cue ball up table and bump some balls, but very nice cue ball control. Yeah, either the one rail kick or the jump shot.
Looks like he's
Jump
got
in the
kick.
ball.
He's jumping? Okay.
Oh, no. He's kicking from the back.
No, that's what I
Oh,
thought.
he played a super massé.
Oh.
I think he's got the save. He's overdone the massé on that. That's very tough to do.
Well, whatever I would have done on that shot, I would have said I was playing that. Because it came out nice. Whether he was playing to make it or playing to just stick the cue ball where he did. Mission accomplished. One of the things we have not
Ooh,
covered
needs that
is
cue
he
ball to
didn't
go.
come up there, so he's going to have to play a safe here right behind the 7. So you have to kill that cue ball right up against the 7. Just bring it back just a hair. He avoids the 8 ball, and probably the 10. But he's got to get that cue ball behind the 7. He's going to follow to it instead of.
Well, I would actually not follow. Oh, he played it. Okay.
Yeah.
He played the soft roll, the conservative one.
Well,
I was thinking about stunning into the 8 and bringing 2 balls up and then draw the cue ball a little bit behind the 7.
well, my concern with this is it's left an easy hit, so you might get saved right back. Kick and stick, you're saved it right
even
back.
if he just plays a stop shot,
Yeah.
there's a big chance of already hooking.
Oh, he can see the ball. I didn't think he could see the ball. But
Yeah.
there's your stick. I thought he was hooked, so I thought he could kick and stick and have the same shot.
He has left a good jump shot though in this case because, you know, usually when players get the chance to jump at a ball and they're guaranteed to make position, that's where they start to make the ball. They usually just miss the jump because of the
Oh.
position. So if he can make the 3 and stop the cue ball, it's perfect on the 4. Oh, did cut the ball a little bit more though, so did not really get on the 5, but it was a good shot. I mean, you still always got to make it first.
I'll take that all day.
And he still does have the cut on the 4. Could also play the carom on the 5 and banking the 4 in front of the side pocket. More speed sensitive shot, but
He called the 5.
yeah, did underhit it a little bit, but like I said, the speed was difficult
Now,
on that shot.
Does he go for the cue ball behind the 7?
We have the carom. You see the 4 ball a little slow.
That's a pretty thin cut.
He might bank again.
Yeah.
It's either the bank or
Yeah, because that
play safe directly to the other short rail.
Yeah, he went on the. There he goes.
Oh, he did not get there, and he has left a shot on the 4. And it's kind of free too. If you don't make it, you're really high percentage to get safe hooked behind the 8-10.
And you have a little bit of a bigger pocket because if you brush the 7, you could go in. You could also hit the rail and come off the rail and give you a better safety.
Yeah, there you go. Great shot. Really good shot. Good speed as well. He goes 3 rails around the table, 4 rails around the table, and gets straight in on the 6.
Well, you know, Tim, sometimes it takes a great shot to close out a match.
Yeah, and I mean,
these 4 balls will close out this
he's
match.
for sure favorite to finish the match here. And it would be quite a tough loss for Nguyen. Didn't really play great.
Yeah, he had a
But
chance.
he did get up 2-0 in this set, so he really could have went to a shootout.
Sure. Well, since we're getting close to it here, a shout out to our sponsors, CueSports International, Predator Group, Seibert's Kamui, Alpha Coin, Medalla Light Beer, Rums of Puerto Rico, Fargo Rate.
I mean, yeah, great. Check him out.
Go to their websites, buy their products. Cyberts has some good stuff, and they're easy to deal with, especially online. Alpha Coin. Medalla Libera. I haven't tried it yet. Get us a
You
six
did
pack.
not try it in
I
Puerto
haven't-
Rico?
I wasn't there.
Oh boy, yeah, you missed out.
I know I missed out.
Okay, so yeah, great. I mean, this was the shot. He could have missed the 8, but he did not strain the hole. And
I was in
two
on the
easy shots.
YouTube chats listening to you guys in Puerto Rico. You weren't there, were you? It was just Tony and Mark because they asked me. They didn't ask me to go to. No, that was Atlantic City. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so this 9 and 10 ball, and this is over. So Nguyen unfortunately has to go home, and Patsura will continue his run in the one-loss side of the tournament.
And stay tuned with us. In a little bit, we'll bring you Levan Corteza versus Roland Garcia.
Yeah, we'll be right back at 4 p.m. Thank you. This was George Teachea and myself, Tim de Ruiter.